Here we are.
Oh! Oh, yeah. Oh, I wasn't
Right,
going to
Phobos.
hold. Oh, please, thank you. Hey.
Yeah!
Athens Mint. Always good to know the kind of shit I'm running into.
Ella. Come on.
Tells me I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque, but I really
Ella.
don't like knocking people over.
Yeah! Come on. Yeah!
Could you imagine trying to find your way around this shit? Lord, I took the fucking scenic route.
The Spartans may draw near to our walls, but we must come together now for the glory of Athens!
Glory for you! Friends, please! Just because the Spartans are near our walls does not mean we can act like them! A good crop! Shame the Spartans burned the fields where it grew! The Parthenon is glorious, Pericles, but at what cost? How many triremes could we have built instead?
We must not become divided!
We are divided, and the Spartans are winning! Act, Pericles, or I will!
Oh, good. You came. Things are worse than I feared. Cleon has turned the mob. We have to hurry.
Where?
To Pericles. Stay back! He's no threat to Pericles. I assure you.
Ah, Herodotus. It's fine. Let them through.
It's good to see you again, Pericles.
And you as well. I only wish it were under better circumstances. And who's this?
Alexios.
Welcome, Alexios. And what did you think of your first taste of Athens?
I think you and Cleon both made good points.
good points aren't at all what the crowd seem to care about. They're afraid, and Cleon indulged their fear.
Pericles, we've come to...
We must choose our moment wisely, and speak our words more privately.
Fine. We've come to you on urgent business.
As does everybody.
I may have told Alexios you'd invite him to your symposium.
You'd ask me to exclude every Athenian and invite an outsider instead. You heard the crowd. They don't need another reason to hate me.
If he's working for you, maybe the prying eyes will see him as a servant.
I'm no one's servant.
Alexios, this is Athens. If you want something, sometimes you have to play a role.
And what exactly is it that you want?
I'm looking for a woman who's very important to me. Herodotus said a symposium could be useful for gaining information.
He would be correct. I can get you in, although I can't promise the information you seek will be found.
Just tell me what to do.
First, check on my colleague, Mediochos. He was meant to meet me today, and it's not like him to miss an appointment.
Done.
My friend, Phidias, needs to be taken out of Athens as soon as possible.
Anything else?
Yes. There's an ostracism vote taking place that could use your influence.
Metiochos. You said he was your colleague?
A politician and ally. He's one of my most loyal friends.
Phidias, the famous sculptor? What did he do exactly?
He stands accused of multiple offenses and is awaiting trial. You'll find him under close guard at his workshop.
Ostracism?
Exile is a term you may be more familiar with. Here in Athens, we vote between two people to decide who should leave.
It's between the sophist, Anaxagoras, and another man, on trial for impiety. My contact near the Agora will give you the details.
I'll do it.
I'll expect you to use discretion.
That went well. It isn't exactly an invitation, but the promise of one is just as good. Although I'm sure he'll still ask Aspasia if it's okay.
So long as it comes.
Well, I got stuff.
Here, friend. I saw you talking to my associate, Pericles.
From what I saw, you weren't doing much associating.
That's just politics. Pericles is a good man, a fine man, just not the right man.
That's not what I heard.
From whose lips? His?
I've heard you both speak. You treat people's lives like it's some sort of game.
Politics is a game, and one with high stakes. I play for the people, while Pericles plays for power.
We all play for power. It's what we do with it that matters.
True, but understand, we have a dangerous, weak leader. The times demand strength.
Did you actually need something? Or did you just want to educate me on the finer points of democracy?
Pericles is holding parties for the rich and powerful while we're under siege. What I want is for my people to reclaim control. You could help me.
My services don't come cheap.
I understand the wills of commerce and the needs of the people. I will pay you handsomely for your services.
And how do you want me to help?
Help Athens, not me. The Spartans howl outside our city walls. Create chaos among their ranks. Make them suffer as we do. Think about it. Will you take my commission and show the Spartans we are not defeated yet?
I have no problem killing Spartans.
Good. Kill their commander, Nabis. Destroy their supplies, and return to me with proof of your exploits. Show them that we have teeth, too.
I'll get it done.
Trust me, this is a huge opportunity for you.
For the people. Ivy. Okay. Ah, shit.
By the gods! Why did it have to be snakes?
Help me! If you leave, these snakes will kill me! Hurry! Kill the snakes before it's too late! Why are there so many snakes?
Blessed be the god that sent you here. I'd have been eaten alive if it weren't for you.
I don't think they'd eat you.
But they would have certainly killed me. So thank you.
I'm always happy to help someone in need.
The world could do with more like you. Especially now.
Pericles sent me. He was worried about you. Do you often get tied up and surrounded by snakes?
How can you joke about this? Thugs broke into my home, dragged me here, tied me up and surrounded me with these hideous creatures. They must be stopped.
The snakes?
The thugs!
Did you recognize the people who did this?
Pericles asked me to go down to the fishing district and talk with the poor and sick, to give them hope. That's how I recognized their voices.
Oh yes.
They threw rotten food and yelled insults at me. These thugs disguised their faces, but their voices and the stench of fish were unmistakable.
Where should I look?
I couldn't see their faces, but I recognized their voices from one of the districts I visited. They're regulars at Cleon's rallies. They live in the flooded part of the city, near the wall.
Why would anyone do this?
Politicians are easy targets in these troubled times. When they tied me up, they said I was a snake. That I should die by my own kind.
I'll track them down, Metiojos. Don't worry.
Tensions are high right now. At this rate, we'll tear each other apart within the city before the Spartans can breach the walls.
The part of Athens I doubt Pericles is proud to talk about. There has to be a clue around here somewhere.
No.
Snakes. Like the ones that were meant to kill Metiojos. snake bites, and someone hid the body. Though I have a feeling this death was an accident. It looks like the thugs who attacked Metiochos weren't the masterminds behind this plot. This must be the house of Metiochos' attackers. But the letter proves they're just tools in someone else's plan. Whose?
What the fuck are you doing sniffing around my house?
You attacked Metiochos. I found the snakes, the letter from your friend, and a body. All here.
Boraktis. We all knew the risks. Change don't happen without a bit of blood being spilled.
Why kill Metiochos with snakes?
We're prisoners in our own city, because of Pericles and his crooked friends. The snake dealer told us it's time to send a message. Time they suffered.
You can't take the law into your own hands. Now I need to decide what to do with you.
Cleon says it's time we took the city back from the elite. Time to fight. Don't matter what you do to us. There will be others who follow our lead.
I know someone gave you those snakes. They used you to do their dirty work. I want to know who.
He's a real hero of Athens. No puppet of Pericles is going to stop him.
Don't be someone's puppet. Tell me where the snake dealer is.
All right, all right. He's got a camp just outside the walls. Sells his snakes from there.
It's not too late to make a difference, but we have to work together.
Maybe you're right. You didn't have to show us mercy. But where do we start?
Start here. This district is your home. Ignore the politicians and concentrate on where you can make change.
Thank you. We will try.
I need to rid Athens of this snake seller. This area will be well defended.
Back up, Mistios. You're too close. Stand and fight! You'll feel the sting of my venom. I'll end you, Mistios.
So this is it, huh?
Are you fucking serious? Die from fucking goddamn poison. That is so stupid! Fucking he was doing that much damage. Come on. That was so horseshit. He was doing 10 times more damage than he should have been able to. What kind of crap is this? Fucking I'm doing chip damage. It's my only problem with video games these days. Is the long, fast loading screens when it bullshit kills you. Every fucking time.
There'll be trouble if I'm spotted here.
I'll end you, mistress. You'll feel the sting of my venom.
Fuck off with that stupid attack. Dude, seriously! Always with the heavy attacks! Come on! You know the fucking dodge system doesn't work with shit, and that's why you're always fucking doing it! Are you fucking serious, game? This is bullshit. Are you serious? Fucking die. Just fucking die. My god. That was so stupid. That was so stupid. I did the fucking parry and it didn't do anything. I did the parry at the right fucking moment and he just hit me right through it like it didn't mean shit. What's the fucking point of these mechanics if you're not gonna make them fucking work? This is my entire fucking point. I've been having this problem ever since I turned up the difficulty in this game. Like, Ubisoft, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, what is with this? I've noticed this in every Assassin's Creed game, you guys put a difficulty mode in. Every time someone cranks up the difficulty a little bit, the game starts glitching out really bad. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. I've had this problem several fucking times.
Not another step!
I'll end you, mistress. You'll feel the sting of my venom.
fucking... And that's another problem, is that targeting system seems to do whatever the fuck it wants to.
You're simply delaying this. Death is near. You're simply delaying this.
You wouldn't do the same fucking... Fucking lock on again. That is not the first time that thing has shut off on me.
His death should keep friends of Pericles safe.
See, that time, that was fucking weird. Like, seriously. I didn't have an issue that time. I didn't have a fucking single issue. Ugh, it's just annoying. It's just really annoying, and this isn't the only game that fucking does that shit that I see that problem. Where all of a sudden the basic mechanics just fail. Like that parry. That parry didn't fucking work, but yet it worked 90% of the time in that last fight. That's what I don't understand. It's so inconsistent. That's why I was so pissed when they took out the fucking shield. It's like, you know, honestly, the parry system that you have in this game would have made a lot more sense in Origins, and Origins combat system would have made a lot more sense for this game because Spartans were known for using a shield. It's like, yeah, the spear is built into their for what they are and what they do. That's, you know, what weapon they use is derived around the spear. Like, that's the main weapon of a Spartan. But the shield was just as important, if not more important, than the spear. So that's why, to me, it makes no fucking sense the way they have this game set up. Like, I love the short spear and the stealth kills and all that, but I don't like the fact that I don't have a shield. If anything, what they should have done is just quit this system with the whole, oh yeah, let's use different weapons and shit like that, and just make your.
What are you doing?
They should have just made your weapon the fucking the short spear, and you just upgrade it with the shield. That's what they should have done. But no, they tried to be clever. They'd say, hey, let's put in a parry system. And I'm sorry to say, but your parry system is fucking garbage in this game. It is holy garbage. The stealth system seems to be wonky too, like in and out, like, I don't know what it is, but like sometimes when they're on alert, like somewhat alert status where they don't know where you are, but they're searching, they'll spot you from distances away that makes no sense. Like, why is it all of a sudden that they're aware, that their sight, they like get more perception when they're when they're alerted? Like, I'm sorry, but just because you're alerted, your sight doesn't necessarily get better. Your vision is your vision. Can't improve your sight by just, you know, focusing really hard. Snake douchebag.
Looks like your situation's improved since we last met.
The danger has passed for now. But while those monsters are out there, no one is safe.
A group of fishermen tied you up. They were being used by a snake dealer working for enemies of Athens.
What did you do with them?
I showed them the error of their ways and sent them on their way. They won't be bothering you again.
I'm glad no blood was shed. But how do you know they won't return?
I made it very clear that doing anything stupid would make me angry.
Well, that must have been a terrifying experience for them. Thank you for your help, Misthios. I'll be sure to mention this to Pericles.
Okay, that quest is done. Level 25. Yeah. Let me just manage my menus real quick. Oh, that could have explained a lot. How are those weapons so low level? Thought I had a stronger one than that. Weird. Yes, I improved my gear a little bit. Yeah, I know most of my stuff is still level 20, but I'm waiting. Oh yeah, I hit level 25, so that means I could go and improve my shit if I wanted to. Get my combat attacks going. Probably don't have enough to upgrade everything. But I need the upgrades. I'm actually surprised in this game on how much one level actually makes a difference, and I realize I've been fighting, enemies, 10 levels at a time between armor upgrades, and realize that I might have to shorten that to 5 now. So, yay. Hip hip hooray. Death Spike Dagger. Kind of a short spear. Hey!
Good day.
What's up, dude? Let's see here. Kinda need that money. Jeez. I have more money stockpiled than that. Oh well. It's level 24, we're gonna leave that. Oh, for Christ's sake. Always something.
Until next time.
So now I gotta do some serious fucking farming. Meanwhile, since I can't really do that right now, Oh my.
Let's hope no one notices me here.
Seriously? Can I not, like, stealth kill anything anymore?
Don't worry, this won't take long. I see him.
Yeah, I'm here. You guys really have to do that fucking... What is with this? Everybody's coming after me again. Fuck you, you bitch. Now for you assholes.
Give up already. Give up.
Fuck you. Asshole. Guy couldn't just go down and getting knocked out like he should have. Like, I don't understand that. Like, honestly, you should be able to hold. If you hold the left stick down, you should be able to do, like, a critical takedown. But no, they don't allow you to fucking do that, and it's horseshit. Fuck that. Oh my god. Some of the weapon designs, now that I look at it, and honestly, there are very few cool looking weapons in this game, which is kind of sad. Yeah, I know they're supposed to be based off the time period, but honestly, every time. Something. But I have my issues with this game. Otherwise, playing through it, besides some of the mechanical issues and stuff like that, playing through it, the adventure, the story, was fairly decent. I mean, I enjoyed my whole way through this game, but it seems like when it comes to typical, like, Assassin's Creed style, and I hate to say this, like, these are our problems in every game, it seems like. Like, once in a while, you guys will make a great game. Origins was amazing. It was phenomenal. And my only problem about Origins is it didn't look as good as this one. I mean, it's just because of the landscape and the area you decide to, oh, let's put Origins in Egypt. And sadly, that was kind of a downfall, considering all you had to work with was fucking desert. And eventually, looking at orange sand gets boring, I hate to say. Wow, game, how did he spot me? I have never had that problem before. Never had that problem stabbing someone that close to another person. And them saying, oh, there he is! Like, that problem, too. How the fuck does he know I'm there? He was walking in one direction, then all of a sudden he decides to turn around? This is my problem with this game. It's like, when it comes to certain aspects of stealth and everything else, you guys fuck up royally. And this whole skill system you guys decided to choose, too. What were you thinking? I mean, having to switch between two things like that in the middle of fucking combat is retarded. I mean, a lot of the moves are cool and look fucking phenomenal. And I enjoy them. I really do, but... seriously, this shit. I mean, this shit that's supposed to be a stealth game. Oy vey. Like some of the more simpler tasks in this game, like this. This is one of the most annoying things in this game, and the whole thing with all those different, all that different shit on there, and the reason it makes it so annoying, honestly, the reason why that, what is even the point of this? Like, seriously. What's that even for? Brings you to here, which you're meant to slide down to. Ugh. I'm starting to notice very small little details in this game that make a really big thing. Like that where that thing is supposed to be a way to escape an area or get up to an area, right? But yet it's on a platform you go down to. Unless it's meant so you could jump up on that, run, and then dive off. Which, honestly, you're still just better off running up the fucking thing. Hey!
Life is simple. Like, I get the reward.
Hey, what the fuck? I am dot. Oh my god, you're fucking cat! Get off!
I'm impressed you got this far.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
You're strong. Good. Gather your things and meet me at my ship.
Fuck that guy. Recruited his ass. Oh, that's what he... Wasting my fucking time. Shit! Get my leather up. Yeah, even though I should have two motherfuckers here. I should have two of them. I should have Bayek, but no, they screwed me out of it. Yeah, Ubisoft, your shit's not working right. Again. Oh, good. I got intel on a level 30 dickhead. He's probably snuggling his ass somewhere around here. Probably going to jump up and crawl right up my ass and fuck me over. Considering this is bullshit, where I gotta climb. Ugh. Pissing me off.
The famous Acropolis. A testament to humankind's skill and craftsmanship.
Goddess of war and wisdom.
Kere,
I might have a job for you. If you're as good a fighter as I've heard.
you've heard of me?
Don't let it go to your head. I hear about everything that happens in this city, Mystios.
With flattery like that, how could I possibly turn you down?
I'm not trying to flatter you. I'm trying to hire you. I need some Spartan military targets removed.
I think you may have the wrong idea about me. General,
Demosthenes.
I'm not a murderer, if that's what you expected.
I expected you were someone who wants to get paid. Was I wrong?
No, not completely. Fine. What do you want?
My spies tell me the Spartans are mobilizing. What I want you to do is hamstring them. Get into their forts and remove the commanders in charge.
I guess that makes sense.
I'm thrilled you approve. You'll need to bring me the seals of the commanders you kill as proof. You'll be amply rewarded.
Those don't seem like standard Athenian tactics.
They're not. But it will work, and that's what matters. We've already lost too many Athenians to those savages using traditional warfare. The other generals disagree, but I refuse to let them destroy our chances.
What do they want to do?
They want honorable face-to-face warfare, pitting our forces directly against the Spartans. We're not going to win a contest of strength against those brutes. We need to outthink them. So, will you kill the commanders?
All right, I'll take the job.
Good. I might not have approval to deploy our men to do this, but I'm not about to let that stop me.
What's so special about these seals?
Only elite Spartan commanders carry these seals, those in charge of entire forts. They'd all die before parting with them. So bring me the seals as proof that they're dead.
Where can I find them?
The Spartans have been making inroads into Athenian territory, taking over forts that once belonged to us. Make them pay for every inch.
What's your strategy?
Whatever it takes to protect Athenian lives and kill Spartans.
That's not what I meant. What's your personal strategy?
My career is none of your business. Know that I don't seek much. Only proper recognition of my strategic brilliance.
You've told me enough. I'll get your seals for you, General.
Okay. Quest of seals. Seals quest. More seals and collecting more seals. Hopefully not the beating. Oh, I can't climb up the stick. Hey, look, everybody, the Statue of Liberty's great-grandmother. And boy, does she have a mohawk like no other. And a spear.
Papyrus. Says it was written by Themistocles, the Athenian general.
Oi. More mishmash shit. I love that jump. Love that that is the leap of faith now.
I should watch my step around here.
god. Not too far from our objective either.
We have only the finest goods. See you later.
You must be the one Pericles sent.
I am. He said there is an ostracism vote, but didn't tell me what I'm here to do.
Of course he didn't. That's what I'm for.
If someone is exiled, can they return?
If they do, they'll be punished.
What does someone have to do to be ostracized?
Anyone seen as a threat to the city or the people is enough. And then it is up to the vote. Some have been ostracized for simply being more disliked than the person they're up against.
What's my role in this?
The votes have already been cast. We don't have long before they're counted. Take the Ostraka in this bag and exchange them with the ones currently under guard.
You want me to rig the ostracism?
Pericles does. And he has his reasons, I'm sure. Bring me the bag you took from the room and I'll take care of the rest.
No one will see me go in or out. Stay here.
This is a stealth mission! Real loud and announce it.
Goods from all over the Greek world. You wouldn't think the city was besieged by an army of Spartans.
Are you kidding me? Did you guys see that? I was behind him. I was fucking behind him and he still saw me. Are you kidding me? That is garbage. That is fucking garbage. I mean, all things considered, you go to my abilities, and I have this thing that's supposed to allow me to be detected less. So it's like, it's not even working. The stealth mastery is not even fucking working. This is horse shit.
I could feel it.
Drowned, bitch.
someone there?
What? What are you doing there?
Did I see something? There was something here, I'm sure. Ah, back to business.
You can just fucking deal.
You don't have a chance! You can't run forever! Look! There he is!
I love being hidden, and yet it still doesn't count it. Oh my god, I gotta reload and start that over. I cannot believe this shit. All because this fucking faulty ass stealth system doesn't fucking work. I think it's this one. I don't fucking know. That the moment you get spotted, that mission goes down the tubes and everything goes fucking awry, and it turns the story into fucking something stupid. And I had to reload and do this fucking 4 times when I did my last playthrough because of the same fucking issue of randomly getting spotted by something I shouldn't be getting spotted by. Like, what is the point of getting these abilities to help you be quieter if they're not gonna fucking work? It's my whole point. It's like, don't put mechanics in the game unless they're gonna fucking work and be used. That's why I didn't like The Division. Because The Division, it was a cover-based shooter, yet the fun missions, the missions that you had to do in order to get good gear, you couldn't use their main mechanic, which was to take cover. It was bullcrap. I'm just gonna skip through this conversation. Oh, really? You gotta load? Wow.
You must be the one.
If someone is exiled,
I didn't.
What's
press
my
that
role?
one.
The vote
You
better.
know.
Thank you. That was so fucking garbage.
Goods from all over the Greek world. You wouldn't think the city was besieged by an army of Spartans.
I'd like to get this mission fucking over with, because there's no way I should be spotted when I'm getting spotted by these fucking people. Like, I don't understand it. I am like directly behind them or in a place where there's no way their vision can even detect me, yet they got eyes in the back of their fucking head. Like that guy over here. This guy is ridiculous. Because how the angle he saw me at, if he sees me again at that angle, I'm gonna be really fucking pissed.
Huh. Guess I better take a look. Huh? Oh.
Same angle. That time he didn't see me. This is exactly my problem with stealth systems these days. Is they've been amazingly inconsistent. That's also not what I mean by consistency, is the enemy going to the same fucking spot just to get you to stealth kill them. It's the fact that is how they see you is inconsistent. Get dead. Oh, that cheeky fucker. Is that the guy that spotted me through the fucking door, considering he has no line of sight? Get knocked out, jerk. There we go.
That should do it. I should let Pericles' contact know.
And no one will ever know someone was in here. They'll know someone was in here, but they don't know it was me.
It's done.
You work quickly.
What are you going to do with them?
Dump them in a well. Ah, it looks like the official has arrived.
The votes have been tallied. Overwhelmingly, the people have decided that Anaxagoras should be ostracized from Athens!
Be slow to fall into friendship, but once you do, continue firm and constant. It will be more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens. We were quite close, although he and Pericles were much closer. It's strange, Pericles wasn't here today to defend him.
You said you were close.
He was like a mentor to me. Many of my best thoughts came to fruition through our conversations.
Would Pericles normally defend someone?
A good friend? Of course. Yet, Anaxagoras seems pleased with the result. This day has brought more questions than answers.
Who are you?
Ask anyone and they'll tell you Socrates. But a name gives you nothing. Our actions determine who we are, and every action has its pleasures and its price. With that said, then, who do you claim to be?
I know the price of actions. I have to as a mercenary.
That simple piece of information tells me more about you than your name ever could. Explaining oneself must be carefully done.
Explaining myself would take more time than I have.
Then let us focus on a single recent event. Tell me, as a mercenary, is there anything you wouldn't do?
Everything has a price.
And you're the one who decides when the pay is worth it.
I don't have the luxury of turning down a job.
What of duty, the greater good? Are they not their own kind of payment?
Some people might see duty as a good enough reason, I guess.
The greater good is all we should care about.
Easy to say if you've never worried about going hungry.
I eat to live, but I do not live to eat.
If you say so.
You are clearly someone who would do whatever you feel is necessary. Perhaps for drachmi, or maybe to further a personal goal.
That describes a lot of people.
I suppose I'm curious why you did it. How could I not be when you're the reason my friend is being forced to leave the only home he's ever known?
I did what I was asked to do.
And your needs are greater than those of the man you helped ostracize. Still, you raise a fine point. Who is more responsible? Anaxagoras for getting himself mixed up in this? Or you, for simply sealing his fate?
Fine. I'm more responsible. But I did it because I have one concern. Myself.
Then I hope you also think about today. About Anaxagoras, about choice.
Socrates! There you are.
Here I am.
You're late. They're all waiting for you.
I wish to see Anaxagoras' fate, and so I have. Tell them I'm on my way. Well, it seemed our conversation is at its end. Although I hope it isn't the final one we have.
I wouldn't know.
Well, that was Socrates. He's a trip and a half. Literally a trip and a half. That makes my head hurt. He makes my head really hurt for some reason. I kind of want to sit down and have a chat with him, man. Like, if I could get, like, that's one of the people, if I could get to chat with any kind of people in history, he'd definitely be on the list. Hello? trap himself up here? Ah!
Sorry about that.
How did you get past the guard? No one gets past the guard.
Relax. Pericles sent me.
Praise Athena. I knew he'd send help. I was worried they sent someone after me.
They? Who?
The shadows in the night. Why you fear falling asleep. They're hunting me. Us. No one is safe in Athens anymore.
The cult of Cosmos. You know about them.
Of course I know about the cult. Here, look at this.
These are instructions.
On how to kill me. But they've been torn.
Then Pericles isn't just getting you out of Athens to save you from the trial. He's saving you from being murdered.
I don't know who to trust. I'm just an artist. I just wanted to create. Please, what am I to do?
First, you need to pull yourself together. You're on trial. The people are against you. And now I find that the cult want to kill you. I said pull yourself together.
Yes, of course.
Cleon said you're wasting the people's Zrakmi. If he had his way, he'd serve them your head.
Cleon mentioned me? That's going to hurt Pericles. First impiety, now theft. After all we've done for this city.
You and Pericles seem close.
For Pericles and me, it started with our love of Athens. Our differences push us to greatness. That is true friendship.
All right, we need to go. Do you have any idea where I can take you?
South of Athens, there's an island called Seriphos. My friend Theras lives there. When I discovered the plot against me, I sent word to him. If anyone can help us, he can.
Good. Any clues he has of the cultists' identities, I want them.
Yes, anything. A guard.
I'll distract them while you sneak out. Meet me tonight to set sail for Seriphos. Don't show your face until you see me at the docks.
I understand.
You didn't really think I'd let you come and go as you please, did you? Now, where are you?
I like it when a plan comes together like that. First time I did that, the stealth system wasn't working with crap. I did the same kind of approach, and he spotted me all the way up top of that building. And I had the same reaction as I always do. Like, what the fuck? Like, honestly, out of everything that Assassin's Creed has done, the one thing they need to improve upon is consistency. like, the constant inconsistency is ridiculous of how you get spotted in spell systems, how the parry doesn't work in combat. It's just one of those things that is, like, that should be fixed in beta testing or in alpha. That shouldn't even be a problem to go into alpha testing. That should be worked out before the game is even talked about in the media. That problem should be worked out. It's like, that's base core gameplay. Like, your base core gameplay and mechanic, if you don't focus on that and you put out the game and it's shit, the game's gonna be shit. I mean, a lot of these games just seem to squeak by, like Odyssey here just seemed to squeak by. I mean, it works, but luckily you can counterbalance it by just having really good fucking stacked up armor. And luckily that is the solution. I don't see of it as a good solution, but it's a solution nonetheless. I'd rather see proper mechanics implemented in a proper stealth system, you know, like Origins. They had that block, which worked really nice. Like, if the parry, if you couldn't get the parry down, you could still do the whole block and dodge thing. But no, in this game, you gotta rely on the fucking counterattack.
Good. You made it. I was beginning to worry.
I told you I'd get you out of Athens.
So you did.
Can your friend be trusted?
Theras and I have been friends for a long time. I just sent word telling him where to meet us.
Wasting time will only get us into trouble. Let's head to Serifos while we still can.
Okay. I gotta... Oh god, where am I taking this fuck? Oh, balls. It's somewhere I kinda need to go anyways. I don't know if I head over that way, but... Barbarous. Dude. Dude, seriously, dude. You're killing me here. You are killing me.
So many boats. So many people. There must be enough food here to feed Kefalonia for a year.
I got one other issue about this game that I'm gonna bring up here in a minute that I actually kind of looked into because I was curious, and something about it actually kind of upset me, and I kind of want to address this issue right here and let people know that these are my feelings on this, and this is my opinion on the whole thing. But I'm gonna bring that up the moment I drop Dude off. In fact, when we're sailing, I just might talk about it, because it's one of those things that I think needs to be brought up and needs to be mentioned. I mean, a lot of people don't like talking about this because it, you know, it ruins their career or, you know, it hurts them in some other way. This is something I believe it's necessary because it's actually starting to affect my life. And that's where I'm like, okay, you know, this is affecting my life now. I'm not really appreciative. I don't really like it. I don't like it, and I shouldn't have to tolerate this kind of crap. But as we're sailing here, the thing I want to bring up is that I found out when playing this game that the canon gender, that the canon character you choose is actually female. Now, I got nothing against it. I got nothing as playing a female character, especially one that was designed by Cassandra. Not only was she had a really cool personality, she was actually a hero kind of personality, a very well drawn up character altogether. I like the fact that she was, you know, a strong woman, independent. What I didn't like about it is it seemed to force lesbian relationships down your throat. Now, I'm all for everybody being happy, okay? You know, you want to do a same-sex relationship, I'm okay with that. You go for it. That's not my thing, okay? And you shouldn't be disgusted by me because that's not my thing. And just like transgenderism. Okay, if you want to go and do that, I don't necessarily have to disagree with it, but that's just my opinion. I'm going to treat you like every bleeding person out there, because you, like any transgender person, bleeds just like me. Okay? It doesn't matter. I'll protect you nonetheless on a field of battle, and I would expect the same thing out of any of you. But stop forcing stop forcing it down my throat like it has to be accepted, and I would have to accept it into my life if, like, oh, the person that was meant for me happened to be a transgender person. I'm sorry, but that is not the person for me. Physical appearances shouldn't matter. You say they shouldn't, and they shouldn't. Okay, I hear people say that all the time, that appearances shouldn't matter. The fact of the matter is, people, appearances do matter, even if it's just a slight bit. And that's what you need to accept. Some people do have personal standards. Just personal standards, and that's all I'm saying about it. Everybody is their own person, their own individual, and they should be accepted as such. But why society decides to say, hey, let's decide to start burning bridges now, I don't understand. Because that is one of my biggest issues with this world debate, is the constant hatred that's been going around. Like, where did the on an off subject of it, where did the racism come from? That was my thing. It's like, we didn't have any racism for a while, and all of a sudden there's so much racism to go around, it's not funny. And there's no reason. There's just absolutely no reason for the racism, the hatred that's been going around. And this is one thing I happen to experience a lot. I don't know why I come across this, but I come across a lot of man hatred, and not just man hatred, straight male hatred. Like, I'm a straight white male, so not only are people very racist against white people, but I also got women who don't like me because I'm a man. I got, gay guys don't like me because, I don't like being gay. I got transgender people that say they don't like me because I don't want to be transgender or sleep with a transgender person. Like, everything has become about sex these days, and that's not what it's about, and that's what I keep coming across. And I don't know if that's my issue or what, but what the hell is going on with these pirates?
We took that one! Watch for fire! Arrows inbound! Commander, one more hit could sink us!
Well, if I could fucking move properly...
Yours ready! Ready your bows! Brace yourself!
Another hit and sink us!
Are you kidding me? Why did all of a sudden 4 fucking pirate ships show up out of fucking no... Exactly what I'm talking about. Inconsistencies in this game. There was only 2 pirate ships when I showed up. Where did the other 4 come from? All of a sudden 4 more just show up and start ramming the fuck out of me. Out of nowhere. Like, I don't understand these inconsistencies in this game. Like, oh my god. But anyway, back to what I was talking about before. It's just this hatred's gotta stop. Okay? It's the fact of the matter is, I'm just gonna speak from my point of view. I'm a white straight male, and I feel hated by society. I don't like to go outside of my door because of it. The fact that no matter what happens, I'm being judged for being what I am. And when I was being raised, I was taught not to judge people for who they are. I was taught to judge people on the actions they make and the person they make of themselves. Not about who they are as a person right then and there. Okay? If they're being a bad person, they're being a bad person. That's on them. That's not for me to judge or decide upon. Okay? They're the ones who need to answer the questions in the end, and they don't have to answer to me. They don't have to answer to anybody but themselves when it comes down to the end. The fact of the matter is, in the end, everybody asks the same question. What are my regrets? What did I do wrong? Who have I hurt? They ask the same questions every day. Am I, like, and some people don't believe in heaven and hell. Some people are atheists. Me, I'm sorry to say, I don't believe in atheism. I'm one of those people where I've had friends and family in the military, so we've come to believe there are no atheists in foxholes. Is when you go to war, you start believing in a higher power just to make it out of a combat scenario because you think you're going to fucking die. But a promise is a promise. And even though some people back in the day made promises to something they couldn't explain or prove existed, they kept to the promise. My whole point is in this whole thing is just the hate's gotta stop, because I'm experiencing the hatred when I don't feel like, or I don't actually, it's not that I don't feel I deserve it, it's just I'm pretty sure I don't. Because on the contrary to popular belief, ladies that think men are the root of all evil, not all men rape you, not all men hurt you, not all men hurt women. Some men want nothing for the best of women. In fact, I have seen nothing in my life growing up but my so-called people that I've called friends. I've seen them go through really bad relationships, hurtful relationships, poisonous relationships. Right? And I supported them the whole way because I believe in it. I believe in that love. I believe the love should be there, and I believe it needs to be worked at and not just expected to exist. You need to work for that love, that relationship, to be together for a long time. It's work. It is hard work, but it is worth it. And if you're in that relationship where it doesn't seem like it's worth it anymore, I can't tell you whether to stay in it or get out. Because that actually depends on the situation at that point. Are you just married? Do you have kids? Because honestly, if you have kids, because of how I grew up, I'm going to suggest you better fucking stay together. Because it's not about you two anymore, it's about your fucking kids.
Full speed! Ship the oar!
And sadly, some parents fail to realize that. And it happens.
Ready the line!
But everybody has their different life experiences and why they think the way they think, why they act the way they act, and we are still expected to cope together. The fact of the matter is, the one thing people have to do is stop breathing so far into it. If someone pisses you, it's letting it go. I mean, it's taken me so long to realize the whole let it go thing. Like, it's starting to come more and more clear to me now that letting the bullshit go is it's just for the best.
I didn't get here alone.
I mean, because it allows you to, like, someone may piss you off, but letting it go allows you to forgive them faster, let their bullshit go. I mean, and yes, there are some things
I'm glad I could get him out alive.
You can't forgive. There are some things you can't forget. Me, I prefer to give all things and choose never to forget anything. The way I see it, people choose whether to forgive some things and forget other things. The way I see it, you should never forget any situation, but you should learn to forgive people.
That's everything Pericles wanted. Time to return to him and find out.
And I think that right there is what the best thing for people to do. I mean, and this is only because I've experienced such hatred and disdain towards me when I
swear on my life and the lives I will take from others, I will not fail the cosmos again.
I've never tried. I will say this: I may have done harm towards people, but I've never tried to. I've never done it because I wanted to. I've always ever done it because it was the only option necessary. And I don't want to. I mean, it's the last thing anybody wants to do is hurt another person, unless you're that kind of sadistic bastard, which, to say those people don't exist would mean I'm lying out my fucking ass, and I'd rather not lie out my fucking ass on that. But my whole point is that some of this hatred that goes on between men or women, boys, girls, like blacks, Hispanics, whites, Asians, who gives a fuck? The way I see it, next time someone's being fucking that way towards you, pull out a knife, cut your fucking hand open, and say, you see this? We all bleed this color. So why can't we all see this color? Because, yes, we're all human. We all need to cope on the same fucking planet. This is all we got, and we're all we got. So we gotta learn to get along somehow. And yes, you don't have to take a person's shit. The way I see it, instead of going after a person for being evil, let them be. Like, yes, I understand certain evil people need to go after, but I'm talking annoying people that just seem to get under your skin and try to get under your skin. They're not doing anything physically harmful or emotionally harmful. They're just being that annoying person that wants to get under your skin just to get under your skin. Those kind of people, just don't talk to them. Just treat them like how they're acting, a child. The way I see it, even if you got a full-grown 45-year-old man in front of you and he's acting like a baby, treat him like one. He's acting like a child, treat him like it, because that's what I started doing. I mean, in gaming here, I have a couple of friends on my friends list who annoy the piss out of me, and when they annoy me too much, well, they get muted. And they get upset and a little blah at me. They get a little pissy, and I'm just like, well, technically, dude, you kind of got no right to be upset or pissy at me for this. It's just because you're the one being the annoying dick. And then I get the same thing from everybody. How am I being an annoying dick? Like they're ignorant to it. Listen, I'm sorry, but I know for a fact where I'm annoying and where I'm obnoxious, and that's when I get angry and loud. I know this about myself. And if you don't know, like, the way I see it is the one thing about quirks, and it's explained I explain it best like this, okay? If you're on the bus and looking for the crazy person on the bus and cannot find them, it's probably you. And that's the whole thing. You gotta look deep into yourself and realize what your own issues are, and that is where society is beneficial. Is because society points out your flaws on why you're a bad person. It has for me, and I've been trying like hell to change. And let me tell you this, to people, change is not easy. It's not. Changing, especially changing your personality that you've been building up for so many years, when you didn't realize what you were putting together. I mean, I didn't realize what I was putting together. I didn't realize until I was almost 30 years old what I have here, and now I have a congealed mess of neuroses and psychoses that I don't know what to fucking do with, because I didn't do a good job at a younger age. And that's what it comes down to it. Put away your fucking petty little grudges. Put away your petty little anger spouts and focus on the future, because our future's out there, people. Our future's out there, and it needs to be guided. And the way we've been acting, we haven't been setting a good example for them. And I haven't contributed to that future and all, but it's making me sick. It's making me disgustingly sick, to the point where it's to a point where, and these are just feelings, people, that I'm going to discuss, I don't want to be alive in this world with humanity because of how disgusted it's made me. I will admit I have done a bad thing in the past year or two, but the things I've witnessed, I wouldn't even step towards that road. I wouldn't even I wouldn't even go in the state that road is in. I wouldn't go near it. And I haven't gone near it. And my life isn't going so good. And I have always tried to do the right thing. And people have always told me it's always the wrong thing. So I don't know what the right thing is. So you can listen to me if you want. I'm going off of a gut feeling that I have lived by, and it's the only thing in my life that has been beneficial is to treat everyone like an equal human being and not by the color of their skin, not the fact that they have a penis or a fucking vagina between their legs or have a pair of tits on their chest. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do to yourself. If you're good to me, I'll be good to you. And humanity has worked like that for years and has been simple, and I think we need to go back to that, is because it's what works. The way I see it, if someone is good to you, you have no reason to hate them just because they decide to change their image. But who you fall in love with, well, that's more of a complicated mess. And that's why I will tell you one last thing, people, when it comes to love. Anybody who tells you they claim to be an expert at love, no, that's not true. There's no such thing as an expert in love because every situation in love is extremely different. It is a biological organism. It's two biological organisms trying to cope together for the rest of their life. There is nothing simple about what I just said. Why should the process be any simpler? Gives you something to think about. But anyway, I'm done rambling on. This is my playthrough on Assassin's Creed on episode 7 so far, I think. Or 7 continued because I had that little mishap earlier. But anyway, yeah, go ahead. Hit the like button if you want. Subscribe if you want to see more. I honestly could care less. I do this for fun. If you want to heed my words, heed my words. If you don't want to listen, you want to call me a jackass, well, that's your choice. But I will never admit to whatever comes out of anyone's mouth ever again. My opinions are my opinions, my thoughts are my thoughts, and that's the way I think things should work. If people agree, they agree. If they don't, they don't. That's on you, and that's on everybody else. I'm not going to push you to agree with me. It's your choice. But thank you for tuning in, everybody. Have a wonderful evening.